Hello guys, welcome back. Jessica Jones reviews. We're so close to the end here, I can taste it. We are on episode 11, and probably the last one I'm going to do for tonight, which is AKA I've Got the Blues. Okay, so this one, actually not as much happens in this one as the last couple episodes, so I can actually give a proper synopsis. This episode seems to serve two main purposes. The first of which is to kind of set up and build up the relationship that Jessica and Trish have. And the second of which is to kind of close off Nuke's storyline in this one, by having basically what accumulates to what felt like a solid 10-minute fight scene, and honestly, like the only really, you can argue, superhero fight scene we've gotten in the show, actually, now that I think about it, between Jessica Jones, Hellcat, and Nuke at the final act. And to their credit, this show has not done the best job as far as its action sequences go, but this was actually really good. As far as this show goes, it's still not the best I've ever seen, but like it does what it sets out to do, and it was like actually pretty decent fight scene with people just throwing each other through walls and grabbing pipes and beating the shit out of each other, and then like anyway, I'll get to that in a bit. But anyway, so this episode also, I think it starts off this way. I got back and check, but this is actually the first episode in a while where David Tennant is not in it at all. They kind of gave him a break for an episode, which I'm honestly kind of okay with. Just let him breathe for an episode. It sounds like he's going to be back in the next one anyway. So in this episode, it starts off with a kind of a flashback. Starts off with the flashback of Jessica Jones and like when she's just after her accident. And she meets Trish for the first time and her horrible mother. And it's a good way to add context to the relationship, and I do really like the relationship. I have from the beginning. This one I feel like does a very good job of strengthening that. You'll learn that her mother doesn't care about either her or Jessica at all, just only cares about the image that she portrays, only cares about the publicity, only cares about the Hollywood stuff. I mean, I think there's but for whatever reason, the accident she was in gave her strength and her powers, and there's some cool little scenes with her kind of discovering them and toying with them, and then kind of how she bonds with Trish over the discovery of these powers. And it's cool. It's well done. Sorry. Meanwhile, Nuke is trying to appear apologetic to Trish, but he's still clearly hyped up on whatever the fuck the red pills are, which are apparently like some kind of adrenal thing mixed with a pain repressor, I guess. I think it's the same as in the comic books, so that's one of the things I'm willing to go with it. And apparently he's also gone AWOL from wherever company he's gone to, and he really wants to find Jessica Jones, because he's convinced that she's not gonna kill Kilgrave, so he wants to get her out of the way so he can finally do it. This all accumulates toward the end of the episode. Oh, the episode where it just turns into all-out brawl. Everyone's punching and kicking each other. Jessica Jones is bruised up because she got hit by a car earlier in the episode, so she's a little bit outmatched at the time. Then Trish comes in, saves the day at the last minute, and then in an act of desperation takes one of the red pills that Nuke takes to gain his like uber pain tolerance adrenaline thing, and basically whoops his sorry ass. I mean, that's it. Like, there was no. Oh, and then there's the finale where it turns out Kilgrave somehow. This kind of comes out of nowhere. Like, it's one thing I kind of issue with. Kind of comes out of nowhere in the fact that Kilgrave just. Oh yeah, there's a whole other thing. I got to talk about the fallout from the first episode too, but I'll get to that in a little bit. Where Kilgrave finds out who Luke is, and then figures out where he is, and then blows up his bar. But it's Luke Cage, who just walks out kind of just disheveled, like, ow, that fucking hurt, and then kind of falls to the ground, but he's perfectly fine. Even his clothes aren't burnt off, so it's like, hey, he's fine. He's fine the next episode. I mean, it's kind of a weak way to... It comes out of nowhere. Like, there's no build to it. It's like, oh, I know where Luke Cage is, and I'm gonna blow up his bar. Okay, boom. But Luke Cage is back, so I'm honestly kind of okay with that, too. Okay. Can Robin just go away? I am so sick of this fucking character and the show's desperate attempt to make her relevant or give her purpose. She doesn't have any. She doesn't have an obnoxious bitch. Seriously, it's like every scene she's in, she's just obnoxious. She's not helpful. She doesn't contribute anything. And I don't get why people listen to her, too. Like, so for some reason, people keep listening to this obnoxious bitch. and I don't understand why. They did in the last episode, they did in this episode too, or at least Malcolm does. Malcolm, a character I think is really coming to his own. I really like Malcolm. And honestly, I kind of share his life philosophy. It's like, hey, maybe people aren't inherently bad. People aren't bastards. It's okay. People can be good to each other. But Robin comes in when I guess his group doesn't show up, and it's going, now people are evil. I hurt this character. I really just want her to go away. I want Nuke to come back and just pound her to dust. I want her gone. I'm so sick of her. Want her dead. Can't stand her. But I digress. But I don't know. Like it's thankfully she's not in it too much. Every time she's on, any time she's on screen, I'm just like, leave! You are useless. You are contributing nothing. You are such a pathetic, annoying waste of a character, and just stealing screen time from characters that should have it more. I get what she's supposed to accomplish. Like, you can't tell me there wasn't a better way to do this than this. You couldn't find make a less annoying character to do the same role. You just had to have this one piece of shit. So I like the stuff with Nuke. It's kind of implying that they have him set up now, and it seems like they're implying they're going to take him away, and they're going to use him again, either in Jessica Jones Season 2, or, hell, he might pop up in The Defenders, who knows, but either ways, it looks like they're done with him for now, because the Secret Society thing comes to claim him after the whole fight's done, and takes him away. Character-wise, not... aside from just building up, even more backstory and building up the Trish Jessica thing, not a whole lot changes here. So not a whole lot to talk about this episode. This one kind of takes a much-needed break from the high-intensity past episodes. Honestly, overall, this episode feels like a filler episode. It's like they wanted to get 13 episodes in, but they needed something extra, so they had one that focused primarily on Nuke, which I don't necessarily have a problem with, because I think, especially the guy who plays him, does a very, very good job, and he's very creepy. I think he plays it perfectly. But it is a filler episode. You can tell it's a filler episode. But I'm still glad I saw it, because the accumulation of the Samson plotline is like, okay, that's complete. I feel satisfied. A satisfying conclusion. I can live with it. And I'm wondering if they're going to lead this into making Trish, officially kind of more of the Hellcat persona. Someone going to actually fight back. Because she takes one of the red pills, but she doesn't take the blue pill to ward it off. She has a sedative or something that knocks out the stimulant. But so I'm wondering, there's some residual effects that she gets more pumped up, or that she has more she just take more pain. I don't know what they're gonna do with that yet. I feel like they're going somewhere with it, but I don't know where yet. I'm curious to find out. Maybe left her gifted or whatever. But either way, yeah, good episode, not great. I feel like, especially compared to the last couple, it's kind of a downer, but at the same time, I like the way they wrapped up some loose ends. So, I think that's all we're going to really think to say on this one. So, this is probably one of the shorter episodes, but hopefully the next one will be put things back up to things to talk about. So, yeah, I think it's all good for this one, and see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.